Indeed. Then let us begin. Oh, okay. Angie gulped and stared up at the witch's face. The witch held out her left hand, bringing it close to Angie's face. Then she slowly spread her fingers. Look carefully at my palm. I'm not hiding anything, correct? Yeah. There's nothing there. Watch closely. I'll make a fist, and then stretch out my index finger. She stretched out her index finger and held it right in front of Angie's eyes. Watch the tip of my finger closely. Ready? It'll be... fast. It'll be fast. The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointing at the heavens. Just as Angie looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down, as though trying to dodge her gaze. In that manner. Up, down, left, right, and then left again. Angie, feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with the fingertips, swung her face this way and that, looking serious. The witch's hand moved faster and faster. Angie didn't lose track of it. Then, after the high pointing finger was swung down, all of a sudden, the index finger curled up again, and a hand was held in a simple fist. Ready? I'm going to open my hand. The witch slowly opened her right fist. And there was a cutely wrapped candy. Got it? Yeah. Was this a trick or magic? That is my puzzle for you. Go ahead, Angie. Give your answer. Is this a trick or magic? I know. I know what the answer is. We're not showing the purple here. The witch showed that her left hand was empty. She made a fist and waved her hand around. Then she opened her right fist. There was a candy there. Both left and right were in purple. Now, of course, good ending, bad ending. We'll come back for this. If your answer is magic, open this door. If it's a trick, then open that door. I had already decided upon my answer. This is my answer. I walked over to the door that represented the answer I had chosen. Then I put the golden key into the keyhole and turned to face everyone. The Ushiromi eagle never looks back. That's right. Sorry. I gripped the key tightly and twisted. Then the key in the door flashed brilliantly and slowly faded away. Beyond the door was a strangely colored space. If I step into this, I'll reach the future I chose. Before taking that single step, I spoke without turning back. The Ushiromi eagle never turns back, so I won't turn around, but I'll say this. Thank you, everyone. But this isn't goodbye. I'll always be with you all. Yeah, you won't turn back. But we'll always be standing behind you. That's not what I mean. Despite it all, I still believe I'm positive that everyone will come back. Angie, you chose poorly. That is good, Angie. I look forward to the day when we all meet again. Angie, my adorable granddaughter, we may be away for some time. Here, don't forget this. It's your prize from that quiz party. A gold butterfly flew over my shoulder, landed on my palm, and turned into a music box that was passed down through the ages. This was lying next to me when I woke up on the sofa, wasn't it? This was my prize. Take it back to the future with you and treasure it. Thanks, everyone. I took a step forward into the future. I won't say goodbye, so see you later. We'll always be together. A strong wind blew through my hair. My nose was filled with the smell of the sea. I must have been standing still for a very long time. This is a point cutting through the sea. I was standing on the bow of a boat. I was still holding that thing. Lady, If you stand around here too long, you'll freeze. Amakusa. So this is... Captain Kawabata's face peered out at her. You can see it now. That's the old Ushiromi family dock. Whew, not even a trace of it left. I see. So I've come back here. It's been a really long daydream. No, a long and windy side trip. A long and windy side trip. No matter what sort of tales are woven or written about the past, they have nothing to do with my tale of the future. I swore to live life looking only at the future without turning back. If swearing that has a purpose, then this hasn't at all been just a daydream. And besides, I've brought many things back with me from that long side trip. Some of those are even immediately useful. But yeah, this isn't going to do me much good. I threw a music box that was passed down through the ages into the ocean. What was that? My regrets. I've shed my old shell. So, with Rockin' right in front of you, you're having a change of heart? That's not what I meant. I mean, I've had enough of being human. I won't waste that long journey. I now have a new way to live, and that isn't as the human called Ushiromi Angie. I am reborn. Captain? Sorry, but would you mind leaving for a second? Sure, whatever you say. Captain Kawabata went down into the driver's area. What is it, lady? Why the troubled face? I feel like taking a step into a new life. You already have. True. If I could sell off all the Ushiromi family wealth that's burdening me, maybe donating to some charity, that would be a huge relief. Then I'd finally be able to escape from that shell called Ushiromi Angie. It seems a waste of all that money. You could do anything you wanted with it. Who cares? My point is that I don't need it. That may be true. Then again, not everything that you'd be selling off belongs to you exclusively. For example, are you talking about the Ushiromi Group's stock? That's right. They may be little more than scraps of paper to you, but doing something like that could shatter the whole company. I don't think my boss could bear to have that happen. Yeah, I know. It's like that for the Sumadaras and President Okanogi alike. There are plenty of people who are in a tough spot because I can do as I please. There's no doubt that you're a VIP, Angie-san. Wouldn't it be better to chill out and hide away for now and just hold off on doing anything flashy? What would be the fastest and most convenient way to prevent this VIP from doing as she pleases, I wonder? Hey, that's a good question. Well, we could break out the drinks, tell each other our deepest secrets, and... Anyone could guess that the final destination of my journey is Rockinjima, and right now Rockinjima is completely uninhabited. There's no one there, no one to see or to hear. This is the perfect day for a closed room. Well, yeah, that may be true. The Sumadara family is chasing me. They even managed to barge into President Okanogi's building with perfect timing. Someone leaked the fact that I was there. Are you saying that my boss sold you out? Then why would he give you a bodyguard? Since he doesn't know what sort of whims I'm going to act on, President Okanogi wants to have both the Sumadara family and me indebted to him. That way he can sell information about me and let me slip away by a hair and keep track of my whereabouts, putting both me and the Sumadara family in his debt while keeping a trump card in his hand. You're definitely overthinking things there. Amakusa wore a forced smile, trying to smooth things over. We can be sure that the Sumadara family is chasing me. My actions are being intentionally leaked to them. Then we'll bump into each other on Rockinjima. I will be killed by them. After that, you will kill the Sumadara hitmen, and President Okanogi will have a trump card to use in negotiations with the Sumadaras. If I die, the Ushiromi group will be stable for the time being. Plus, they'll be able to draw the line with the Sumadara family. On the other side, the Sumadara family itself will be able to neatly do away with Aunt Kasumi, the leader of their over-enthusiastic radical faction. Both sides will finish their bargaining with a draw, and everyone will be happy. Whew! That's a pretty interesting story you've thought up there. That golf bag you brought with you, I've had a look at what's inside. Are you planning to start a war or something with all those guns? But it had a sniper rifle in it. Wouldn't a bodyguard who's always by my side really need something like that? Well, you never know what might happen. Why would a bodyguard who works best when traveling light choose to abandon his position for a whole day to get a gun like that and right before we leave for Rockinjima? Lady, you're overthinking this, okay? When I reach Rockinjima, you'll suggest that I go visit the place that they died or something, getting me on my own. That's the bait. The bait to lure in Sumadara, Kasumi, and the others waiting for me on Rockinjima. After that, you'll use that ridiculously huge gun to round them up. The end. Well, what's wrong with rounding them up? Isn't that what a guard's supposed to do? In addition to a cutting-edge sniper rifle, you also had a modern German submachine gun. Those are really handy. No matter how many people the Sumadaras have, I could clean them all up, no trouble. There was one more, a handgun. Even though the sniper rifle and the submachine gun were the best and the newest models, the handgun alone was beat up and old-fashioned. Maybe he's just sentimental about his guns. See? Angie pulled the handgun out and pointed it at Amakusa. Cut it out. This isn't funny. A handgun is something you're always supposed to have on your person, right? So why would you go get a second handgun and such an unusually old one? One theory can explain this. What if it's the same kind of gun Sumadara, Kasumi, and the others are using? This is a Tokarev, a gun once used by the Soviet military, and which has gotten pretty popular in the Japanese underground. It's exactly the sort of weapon the Sumadaras might be using. Also, having a Sumadara Kasumi die would be convenient for the Sumadara family as well. They could have leaked no exchange information on their end as well. Therefore, it's possible that you knew beforehand the Sumadara hitman would be using Tokarevs. Amakusa was speechless. Was he speechless because this was all true, or because he was stunned by the determination with which Angie pointed that gun at him? The plan that all of you made together, it was to use me as bait, to lure Sumadara Kasumi to an uninhabited island, setting it up so that both sides appear to finish each other off. And settling everything nice and neat for both President Okanogi and the Sumadara family. A single line of cold sweat dripped down Amakusa's forehead. With the wind whipping through her hair, Angie spoke coldly. Just by the presence of this handgun. See how far Ushiromiya Angie's reasoning has taken her? What do you think, everyone? Are we going to see Erika Frude, flying in the corner? Frudo? You haven't taken the safety off. I know. Tokarevs don't have a safety. Amakusa tried to dive behind cover, but he couldn't outrun a bullet. It shot into his gut, making him double over in pain. Angie, who knew that he had a gun hidden in his pocket, then eliminated his chances of a counterattack. Blood spurted from Amakusa's forehead, and he did not close his eyes again. There's a perfect, certain way to confirm someone's death without a doctor, and that's the easiest one in the world. You! Kawabata stuck his head out, and his face went pale when he saw the gruesome scene on the deck. This time, Angie pointed the barrel of the gun at his forehead. Before we left, you said you needed a bit more time to get the boat ready. However, if you've been bought, then we can say for sure that you were buying time that Sumadara Kasumi could set up her ambush on Rockinjima. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a cat box, inside of which Kawabata, who was bought and betrayed me, and Kawabata, who hasn't betrayed me. Now then, how can I kill the one who betrayed me? So stop. Don't shoot. I just have to shoot the whole cat box to death. It's like, oh, Schrodinger's cat. The cat might be alive, it might be dead in the box. How do we know? Throw the box into lava. We know for certain the cat's dead now. Okay, mentioning Schrodinger. Okay, I started thinking about Schrodinger from Team 4 Star's Alucard. Well, I'm technically Helsing Ultimate. Now I'm thinking about Seras Victoria. Her tits are huge. And now I'm imagining her as Futa. That's a nice image. What kind of fucking harem am I making? The boat's owner slumped over backwards and fell. Can we drive a boat? Then with the second bullet she performed a perfect examination of his corpse. She had survived. Surely she had survived the web-like conspiracy that had been wrapped around her so cleverly. Angie returned to the bow of the boat, faced the strong winds head-on, and peered into the future in front of her. The boat, whose owner was gone, headed towards the endless horizon, on and on in a straight line. She prayed that the truth she truly desired to reach lay before her. Then she heard the sound of clapping on a boat where Amakusa and the captain were no more. However, Angie didn't look surprised. She calmly and slowly turned around. Were you on the boat? Oh no, you... Okay. Splendid reasoning, comrade Angie. My fellow witch of truth, Angie Beatrice. Oh, you're here, Erica. Anytime someone wants to expose the truth, you'll find me there. Hey, Erica? What? The boat had already passed by Rakanjima. The island's silhouette was now off in the distance. The boat headed towards the endless horizon, continuing on its journey. The Witch of Truth announced the beginning of this endless journey to her fellow witch. I'll carve out my future in my own way. Sounds splendid. At the end, will there be a truth for me to find? Just what sort of truth could you be looking for after all this? Humph. You're right. I know that the truth isn't worth anything. And there's one more thing I figured out. What's that? That bewildered look on Amakusa's face when his scheme was exposed. That was pretty good. Giggle. Good. Sakutaro! All of the goats! Twilight of the Golden Witch. Good. Ending A reached.